Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips MLB Daily Fantasy Preview Show. For today, the 3rd of May, I'm taking a look at the pitchers who I think you should be using in your lineups on DraftKings today. I'm going to start at the very top of the market with Arrieta of the Chicago Cubs. Arrieta is exactly what he is. He does what he says on the tin, he's consistent, he wins ball games, he doesn't allow runs, and he strikes hitters out. He's a lot of money at $12,300, but it's very, very difficult to argue a case against him today. It's very difficult to argue a case against stumping up the money for Arrieta. The second pitcher is the second most valuable in Matt Harvey of the New York Mets. There's a little bit of a, shall we say, a dearth at the position of pitcher today. In lineups where you're swerving Arrieta, I don't think I'd pay a combined 22.6 for Arrieta and Harvey myself, but if you're going to swerve Arrieta, save yourself $2,000. I think Harvey is the one you have to use. I would generally argue against using Matt Harvey on the basis of what he's shown this year, but the fact he gets to play against the Braves today, he adds huge upside with strikeouts. The 1.52 whip is a concern. He will need to get hold of his control and the location of his pitches to make himself a good play today on DraftKings, but I think Harvey will end up, at the end, when all's said and done, a solid play. Michael Wacha of the St. Louis Cardinals for $9,000. Philadelphia are not exactly what you'd call a powerhouse lineup. Wacha has a 0.75 ERA in the 2 starts he's made at home this year. He does get a strikeout an inning there as well. Philly are above average when it comes to whiffing. And, I think, with Philly ranking 8th in strikeouts this year, Wacha looks a decent play for the money as well. Moving on, in opposition to Wacha, Aaron Nola of the Philadelphia Phillies is 8,500. I like Nola a lot. I think he's certainly been outstanding the last 2 trips to the hill, and the only blot on his copybook this year is that start against the Nats where he got shelled for, I think it was 7 runs. In a pitcher's ballpark, I see no reason why Nola's good performance will not continue against a lineup that, while St. Louis have hit a lot of home runs, those numbers are skewed a bit. They did have a series in Colorado where they hit a lot of home runs, and they haven't quite convinced me day to day, week to week, that they're a consistent, solid, offensive powerhouse, despite the runs that they have scored. And they do rank 7th in baseball for strikeouts, and Nola does average more than 1 strikeout per inning so far this year. So I think Nola for 8,500 will probably be in a lot of my lineups today. The 5th and final pitcher that I will be using is Jose Quintana of the Chicago White Sox for 8,100. I can only assume we're getting a discount because we are pitching against the Boston Red Sox today. Quintana is super consistent. He has been for a good couple of seasons one of the most underrated starters in baseball. His strikeouts this year are up a tick on the average for his career. He doesn't allow lots of runs. He has gone under the radar on the basis that he hasn't won a lot of games throughout his career, but that's been due to horrific run support rather than poor performance on his part. He does have a good history against these Red Sox, 2-0 with a 2.14 ERA in 5 starts. There is no reason to suspect that Boston are suddenly going to break out and hit against him tonight. I think Quintana will pitch well, and I think the White Sox will win that game as well. So I think, there's your 4 points for the win as well. Those are the 5 pitchers that I'll be looking to use in my lineups today. Best of luck with your lineups. Check back later on for your stacks of the day, your value players and your foundation players. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to like the video, hit me up in the comments with the daily fantasy plays you like today, and press that subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I will be here all MLB season and through the NFL season with daily fantasy sports advice. If you haven't signed up yet, or you're interested in starting to play daily fantasy sports, please click the link in the description for this video, and that'll take you where you need to go to start playing with DraftKings today. Best of luck with your lineups and have a great day.